So it's been a hell of a week in Commanders lore. I mean, between coaches getting fired, coaches getting hired, then we got a whole stadium rendering that just came out. It's a lot to deal with this week. And I mean, it's just like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? How's it gonna look? What's this person gonna do? What's this person gonna do? So I figured I'd bring in two prominent guests. It's an honor for me to even bring them on. But without further ado, guys, let's get straight to it.
What's up, this B-List, man? Check out Off the Bench anytime you get a chance.
Hey, off the bench, it's 89. Check it out.
What's good? What happened? It's your boy Big Herb. Welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. We on the road to 1,000 subs. So before we go any further, please do me a solid and hit that like, that share, comment in the comment section, and subscribe to the show. And be sure to hit that bell notification so you could be abreast of what's next on Off the Bench. Because you don't know how we do over here. You got to help me grow so we can do more. Oh man, this right here, man. I've had these guys on before, but it's the first time to actually bring them on together. So I have to start off with the first guest right here. So this guest right here, man, she's the founder of Seawall Sports, the CEO of Seawall Sports Entertainment, executive producer and content creator, host of Coaching on the Couch, La Señorita Presidente of Seawall Foundation, board of director, and can be seen and heard on Bowie TV, and Dan Quinn's favorite beat reporter, Candi, Seawall Sports. What's going on, Candi?
Oh, that is so funny. And you know, that's my song. That's my theme song. I don't remember Tony Mike. But yes, I'll wait for that joke until you introduce your other guests. But thank you. Thank you.
Most
Thank you.
definitely. And our other guest today, man, this guy right here, man, this is my main man. He is a prominent American sports journalist, broadcaster, and NFL insider for his insights, analysis, and especially regarding the Washington Commanders, the host of Lake Lewis Jr. Show podcast and appearing on major networks like ABC, CBS, and Fox. With decades of experience covering the NFL and NBA, he's respected for his reporting and providing deep dives on from team strategies, player performances, and breakdowns throughout the podcast and media appearances. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to my main man, Lake Lewis Jr. How's it going, Lake?
What's up, fam? How you doing?
I'm great, man. It's an honor. Like I said before the show started, it's an honor and privilege to have you guys both on here. I've had you on here before, but it's also just a great insight to have somebody who's out there on the field that's actually reporting and bringing more insight to the game. And I appreciate you both. And I want to give you both of you guys your flowers for just the work that you do, because I really appreciate what you do. And Miss Donna, I hope to have her on soon. So yes, I just want to say thank you guys for coming on the show today.
Appreciate you having us, and it's good to see my little sis. You know,
Yes, definitely. I was like, I'm already spoiled. I'm like, I don't want no more at home playoffs. This is whack.
So I'm gonna get into the first topic of the day. So it's been said out there earlier this week, Jayden Daniels and Tom Brady will be going to, I believe it is Saudi Arabia, to do the Fanatics flag football game that's out there. I want to say it's in March, if I'm not mistaken. So with the whole entire situation that's been going on with JD's injury, and as far as like, hey, is he even going to be is this even in his contract that he can actually play flag football? I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on the fact that should he even be playing? Because originally my thoughts were I played flag football before. They had times where they could actually just have the quarterback just stationary and all he does is just throw the ball around, boom, boom, and that's it. What was your thoughts on the fact that he actually will be playing in this, I guess you could say, flag football scrimmage? I'll go with Candy first.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, no. I'll be honest. I'm like, keep him bubble wrapped, keep him somewhere safe, and just just do whatever he needs to do. But I understand he has a deal with the Fanatics, and so I'm so certain that all of the right protocols have been taken, right? All the right processes have been taken. Tom Brady just has been consistently singing Jaden's praises. That has been something he has been very consistent on. And because he himself loves Jaden so much and loves watching him play so much, I don't think Tom Brady is the type of just human that would be okay with him potentially getting, re-injured or having an injury if this wasn't something safe. He knows how important Jaden is and just the importance of the role of quarterback, as you know. So on first glance, I was like, oh my gosh, he's playing football. And then you just got to kind of get into the context of it. So I think Tom Brady and others will ensure that he is safe for certain.
Okay. Lake, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Candy 100%. I mean, it's the GOAT. I mean, it's Tom Brady, And if you know anything about Jaden, like Candy and me know, he's as competitive as they come. And the fact that he gets a chance to spend quality time with Tom Brady, that's a win in itself, because you can pick his brain. Maybe Tom Brady gives you some feedback on how to stay injury free on the field, different things. So, yeah, from the football standpoint, yeah, you naturally think about that. I always go back. I'm a lot older than you guys, but I remember going back to the Patriots, ironically, before Tom Brady had a young star running back coming up named Robert Edwards. And Robert Edwards tore his knee up in the Pro Bowl,
I remember
not in
that
the
one.
game, but in
It
a
was
sand
saying,
flag
yeah, flag
football
football.
game on the sand. And
I
his
remember
career
that.
was over pretty much. So you think of those things, but I agree with Candy. I don't think Tom Brady would have anything to do with this if there was a chance that Jaden could go out there and get injured and re-injure himself. The
Mhm.
beauty of this is that it goes to show you that the elbow's fine, right?
Yeah, pretty
That
much. Yeah.
if he's gonna go over there and play it, I mean, and that means he's healthy. And we all need, Jaden to get that mojo back. We need him to get that edge back. And being around Tom Brady, I mean, these are the type of things that hopefully can get him back and get him to feeling like who he is. And that's one of the young stars of the league.
Yeah, because I mean, originally, like I said, I was hesitant on it because it's like,
Hmm.
why even put yourself in that position? But I know that they actually have, especially with the 7-on-7 games that they have nowadays, where the quarterback isn't even getting rushed. They just have, hey, it's 7 second tick, one Mississippi, two Mississippi, so on, so on. And then if you don't get it, if you don't throw it away before seven, then it's over. The play's over. It's dead. If they're doing that, I don't see the big deal in it. And then on top of that, it's always good to just pick one of the greatest players to ever play the game, just on that merit alone. But also, it's just like I'm not doing any wear and tear on my body. All I'm doing is just throwing here and there, dink and dunk. And I don't know who else is going to be playing. If I had a if we had like a receiver or a tight end or running back in there, yeah, I'd be kind of worried about that because all it takes is just hey, I'm gonna juke this guy, and then I get a twinge in my knee or something happens, and I think that's when I start to panic. But
But you know what? You could, I mean, in our own houses here. I mean, we could get hurt slipping in the kitchen or something,
man,
or you
don't
know
put
what
that
I'm
juju
saying?
on us, man.
Well,
Don't put
I'm
that
just
juju.
saying, getting
It's
out the
true.
shower. It's
It's
things
true.
things happen, you and
Exactly.
and and there's also a bigger picture here too. The Commanders are now the international team of what the
Yeah.
United Emirates. So, if
Mm,
you're over in that region, Saudi Arabia, I mean, this is a chance to market, the face
mm,
of the team that you are going to be, hopefully cheering for. So, I mean, listen, I know there are a lot of people out there that don't want to see Jaden doing anything but playing football, which
mm,
he kind of is. But some people don't want to see the young man have a life. That's just not right. That's just not the nature that we live in. As long as it's something that is about your craft. I mean, that's like Candy and me coming on here today. We can be selective of who we go on, and by the way, we are. So for us to do this, it's still within the realm of what we do, and it makes sense. So I don't have a problem with it at all.
Yeah, and I mean, if he was going to be spending time with anybody in the off season, why not?
Exactly.
Tom Brady.
Go.
Speaking of, just injuries, I'm sure Tom doesn't want to get hurt either. I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah.
But yes, moving forward to the next one. Before we go any further, guys, please be sure to hit that like, comment in this comment section, subscribe to the channel as well. This is one of the main reasons why I brought you guys on here today, and we've already had this conversation beforehand. Early last week during the playoff game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills, unfortunately, because my uncle is a Bills fan, I wanted them to lose, but hey, they got the dub. There was a post-game conference, as usual, in the media scrum where Coach Liam Cohen of the Jacksonville Jaguars was usually they ask questions after the game. And shout out to Miss Lynn Jones, who is a prominent fixture in the Jacksonville community. She decided to go ahead and congratulate Liam Cohen on a great season and just basically sing his praises as far as like, hey, you're doing a great job. Congratulations on the year. It was a tough loss, but hey, we want to say congratulations to you. Now, to the fans, we looking at that like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's dope. But to certain people in the media, they looked at it as like, oh, this is not the way to handle business. I understand as far as like, hey, there's a process that you have to. There's a certain thing that you just can't do. You can't be a fan during reporting and everything like that. But I also was like, well, where's the human side of it? But the main reason why I brought you guys on today is because one thing I always say on this channel, I want you to walk away feeling like you learned something. And with you two guys who are in media scrums and also telling us how this should be handled, how this shouldn't be handled, what's the protocol with this? I wanted to get you guys' take on the situation with this, with the backlash that Ms. Jones has received. Candy, you mind going first?
Oh no, I don't mind at all. That day, let me just say this: that it was tough for sports media journalists like ourselves. And when I say that, it's because the way that Lynn Jones was treated publicly was wrong. It was wrong. It was cruel. It was mean-spirited. It was arrogant.
Welcome to the club, right, Candy?
Exactly. And one thing, because we have discussed it, right? And what became public, like, hey, it's kind of like what you do in your house. Don't nobody need to know that that's what goes on in your house.
Exactly.
And I feel like our colleagues made something public that those of us on the inside, we know that's how this happens. Like not with Lynn, the reaction to Lynn.
Yeah.
Right. The reaction to Lynn. Now, speaking specifically about the press conference itself, yes, press conferences are for questions. I think the clip was like 19 seconds. I think when I watched the whole thing, it might have turned out to be like 39 seconds. She took less than a minute to say and do what she said and did for the time that she had the microphone. Okay, that doesn't get in anybody's way, right? I'm pretty sure she just passed the mic after that. Okay, and so that from her community, like knowing the context of who she is in her community, understanding that's the community perspective, that's what she brought in that moment. We, Lake and I heard from colleagues that are in the Jacksonville press room, someone who sits close near her in the press room and says that's her character, that's her demeanor. Okay, so it's just you just know those things about people before you just lash out and even assume that this, because for me, I didn't look at it as, oh, she's a fan. Well, first of all, let's go here. a sports fan or just overall somebody who's telling you as a staple in that community, great job, right? Like you could just be telling someone in your community, great job. It wasn't,
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think anything of it, you all. Lake knows this, but I didn't think anything of it until it started going wild on social media, on X specifically. I was like, why are they doing this to this woman? But unfortunately,
We know why.
this is what happens, right? And sometimes folks think the time that they spend with their questions are better, the way they ask them are better. And listen, if it shouldn't have been handled that way. It was mean-spirited, it was cruel, it was arrogant, and it was just, it shouldn't have happened like that publicly. Yes, I've dealt with it. Lake has dealt with it. It's bad. It's bad, and it shows what the culture is like in these spaces, because other media colleagues started talking about other media rooms of just people backbiting, talking bad about people, hating on people, all of this. And it's like sometimes in life you do so much to expose somebody else and you exposed yourself. And that's what I felt like happened. You was trying to expose this woman, and you showed more about your character and who you are and what you think this is. This is somebody who is connected to her community. She connected with the head coach of that football team. She took less than 45 seconds to do it. Just pass the mic and keep it going, right? I ask questions in press conferences, or even Lake knows. I don't even go sometimes. I make a choice. I make a choice based on what happened. Do you stay in the locker room? Do you try to catch people later? You make a decision, but after the game press conference, sometimes we don't know. I mean, I had to go back and listen to some things, Lake, and now this might turn into a dialogue a little bit, Herb, so excuse me.
No, do your thing. That's what I want you on.
I had to go back and listen, Lake, and say, there's been moments where people have congratulated Coach Quinn on a win. They've congratulated him, Coach, hey, great win, or congratulations on the win, and then they get into their conversation. Now, I always laugh about the Hail Mary game. Last week, because I went to the press conference.
It was papers flying in that press box.
I was coming in there was actually something negative to say. And I felt some type of way because, it wasn't negative, but it was others were like, congratulations, coach, what a win. And then they're asking questions. And I'm like, oh, I got to be the bad. Okay. And I was like, yeah, hey, Coach Quinn, everybody else is saying congratulations. And that's, great. Y'all won. But I do have a question about your offense. You know what I mean? Like not to be a buzzkill, but I got questions.
No, we got to keep it real. We got questions there. So it's a good thing you got the Hail Mary, but we got questions. Like, what's up?
What happened? Why it had to come to that? So, but it was mean, and I can go. We can go on about this topic, but Lake, Lake knows. He knows more than me because he's helped mentor me in this space.
Listen, one thing I love about my little sister is that she's always eloquent as far as how she explains things. You really feel like if Candy had another life, she could be a teacher because she really educates you on how things are presented and said. Me, on the other hand, sometimes, man, I just gotta say it. This is the first time I'm talking about this subject on any outlet, on anything. I'm going to talk about it on my show later, but I'm just going to say this. I have been victim. I'm not the victim because I won't allow myself to ever be nobody's victim. But I've had things come my way because I was told over the years that I was fraternizing with the players. And my response to all this was, and this is in relation to Miss Jones because of the fact that she said something kind and nice. I said, my response to that was, whoever has a problem with me, have them come see me. That's just me. The issue wasn't fraternizing. It was because I've built relationships with players and coaches,
Mhm.
solid relationships, not relationships that you only see when we're in the facility. Candy's in the same boat as me on this. We have relationships with players, with coaches that extend far beyond the practice facility.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had players in my house for dinner with their families. Okay.
Mhm.
Some media look at that as fraternizing.
Mhm.
I look at it as relationship building. I look
Mhm.
at it as if a grown man approaches me because they trust me, they like me because of the way I carry myself, and they want to befriend me because of that. Why would I ever turn them away? I wouldn't turn a homeless person away, let alone someone that I'm covering every day.
Mhm.
So when this lady came out and said what she said, I just thought it was a breath of fresh air. I did. I looked at it like, wow, that's all right. And you saw the coach responded. He loved it. It made him feel better.
Mhm.
So what are we? Are we journalists first or are we human beings first? I'm a
Mhm.
human being first. I care about people's feelings. That might be the problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What she did, she showed kindness. That might be the problem. And I
Mhm.
say that in jest. I say that with sarcasm because unfortunately, in the media room that I cover this team with, that Candy covers this team with, we've been treated differently. Let's just call it out there. I'm not going to
Mhm.
sugarcoat this. And I don't even want to go the race route. That's a whole nother subject. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying treated differently because we're kind, because we try to treat everybody. I don't care if you've been in that room for 30 years or if you've been in that room for 3 minutes. And I can say this verbatim. I know the difference with the people who've been in there for 30 years, 20 years. I'm approaching 20, so I'm qualified to say this.
Mhm.
I remember when Candy was in that room for 3 minutes. Guess what? We spoke.
Yep.
We spoke. And she told me you were one of the only ones that spoke to me.
Only people. Yep.
My point is, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you cover or who you cover it for. You're supposed to treat people with the proper respect. And to
Mhm.
me, that's called home training. So maybe some of these people we
That
work
part.
with don't have that.
Yeah.
I'm calling them out. I am calling them out.
Mhm.
I've had people say, your outlet's not big enough. You shouldn't do this. Well, when you get on a big outlet and you're doing the same thing they're doing, if not more, you still are being called out for being kind to people, for
Mhm.
being different. What that lady did was both kind and different. And it wasn't indifferent to the coach. It was
Mhm.
something that sometimes these guys need to understand that some of us do see you as grown men first, okay? We see
Mhm.
you as fathers, we see you as brothers, we see you as sons, and then we see you as football players, great football players, okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
So this lady exposed a lot of people.
Indeed.
And I've always heard, my parents used to always tell me, God don't like ugly.
Yep.
And
That
and
part.
and and you will be taken care of if you
Uh.
show that you are ugly. So the
Mhm.
people who thought that they could chime in and make puff their chest out and make it look good, I'm gonna say this to anybody out there that's listening right now. I do not have a manual or a media journal or a media handbook that says that you cannot be nice to people. I went to Penn State, broadcast journalism, qualified. Okay. I'm saying
Mhm.
qualified.
Yes.
Been on everywhere from ESPN to the NFL to ABC, Fox, whatever. Back on ESPN. Thank you, by the way. I'll let y'all know that. But
That's a flex.
right. So my thing is, I'm qualified, but yet I saw what she did, and I feel like Candy might understand this comment.
Mhm.
I related more to her style than the style that other people think she should have done. That's the irony in all this. I
Mhm.
related more to her with her being kind and compassionate. I had no problem with it whatsoever. I thought,
Mhm.
again, not only was it a breath of fresh air, it was needed. And she has
Mhm.
helped spark a real debate going on right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And it's a debate where if you're on the wrong side of this, you're going to
You're
lose.
gonna
Make
lose.
no
Yeah.
mistake
You're
about
gonna
it. You're
lose.
going to lose, as you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it's funny because I earlier this week when it was posted, I asked Candy, I was like, "Hey, was that Aunt Donna right there that was talking?" Because she sounded just like her. I was like, "I didn't know Miss Donna went to Jacksonville, but okay." I never really it didn't even bother me. I was like, "Oh, that's cool, that's dope," and then just went on about my business. And then to hear the backlash and like one person said his name, I want to give us shout out to him. I hope I'm not butchering your name, sir. Tony Panaski. He
Mhm.
said this is such fake outrage. The presser was 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Three people asked the same question. One person asked a question about the run that Cohen that I did not understand. One person asked about Josh Allen's toughness and if he could elaborate on it. And he then waited 7 seconds for another question. Seriously, it is embarrassing how much local journalism, journalists want to act when their jobs are so hard. And I mean, I'm sitting there looking like it wasn't that big of a deal. What?
But
Why are
see, but,
we making a big deal out of it?
but see, this is the thing. People are grading other people's questions. How
Mm.
about,
Like
oh,
people have
oh,
never made stupid questions, and we all looking
but
at like.
I mean, trust me, Candy and me have sat there many a time thinking, did you really bring that out your mouth? You know, um, it's because let's be honest, people want to be heard. That's
Yeah.
all it is. I don't need to be heard.
Mhm.
You yourself, Herb, have said to me, Lake, you're out there and I don't hear you asking questions.
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes I can't
Mhm.
because it doesn't get to me, but the other times I've passed it along. I've seen Candy pass it along. So,
Mhm.
we don't need to be heard. I don't want to be heard. She doesn't want to be heard. But if we have a question that we want to ask, we ask that question.
Yeah.
Well, some people feel like they have to ask questions every day,
Mhm.
multiple questions every day. Is that for your work or is that for you to be heard? And
Mhm.
and so this lady did something again that yeah, was it off the cuff? Yeah, it was. Was it
Mhm.
different? Yes, it absolutely was. But at no point there wasn't a bone in my body that thought that she was out of line or wrong for
Exactly.
what she did. And that's what I'm saying. For people to feel emboldened enough, and maybe it's the culture we're living in right now, the times we're living in, that
Mhm.
people who've never had a voice somehow feel like not only are they going to create one for themselves, but they don't care if it's idiotic in doing so.
Mhm.
What she did exposed a lot of people for what they really feel deep down under the surface. And a
Exactly.
lot of this is if this lady, although she has a remarkable resume,
Mhm.
to some people, they're going to hear the outlets that she named. A lot of them are African American based, and
Mhm.
some people may not feel like those outlets are big enough. So therefore, she shouldn't have been able to ask a question. I've had somebody tell me, and Candy, I know you don't have a problem with me saying this.
Mhm.
I had somebody tell me that my little sis and aunt shouldn't be able to ask questions in press conferences.
Absolutely.
And
We've been
my
told that.
response was, well, Candy knows I, I didn't want to get in
Mhm.
trouble, but my thing was,
Mhm.
why single them two out?
Yep.
Why
Exactly.
single them out? Because there's some other outlets there that may not be, you know, the big boys, but at the end of the day, you don't your outlet. The problem, I guess, what I'm saying is some people feel like their outlet defines them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
No way in hell will ESPN, CBS, or whoever I'm with define me. They came to me. I define them by my actions and how I act, okay?
Mhm. Yep.
And that's the problem with these media rooms. You have some insensitive, insecure people who
Mhm.
are in these rooms that feel like they're above approach. They're above the law. They're above you as a person. And it's wrong. It's wrong. I say to people all the time, check my resume. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm okay with
Google
it.
me.
Google me. And I
Real.
also say I played.
Mhm.
So at a very high level in college, Division 1.
Mm.
I don't go out and push all this stuff out in front of people. Herb, you've never heard me say this stuff.
No.
Candy, you know I don't do this.
Right.
But if you do need to Google me, please do, to understand that whatever I ask, I feel like I'm qualified to ask. If you don't like my question, that's on you. But do your job. Make sure yours is good. Don't worry about mine. And that's the problem. People are judging people too much in our space, and it's just not necessary. But it's insecure people in our spaces.
Yeah, and I mean, and to like just continue to pull on that thread that my big bro just said, and I don't mind telling it now, and he knows this. And hey, it's like it's time for things to be. I was told I could not ask questions in press conferences. I've been there. I've been on that beat, right? You all are just knowing me and getting to know me because I could then be allowed to ask questions. Where it was rooted in, how it was rooted, I don't know, right? I have my
we have an idea, right? Exactly. We have ideas. Trust me.
Be for real, and that's why I said they did so much to expose this woman, and they exposed themselves. I've been treated like Lynn Jones, and I made the joke with you, Herb. Don't mind telling it when I was like, "Oh, Miss Donna, me and Miss Donna not that nice," but we be having questions like we, you know what I mean?
They the classiest two ladies in that room. I'm gonna say.
And so, we wouldn't have been as nice as Miss Lynn, but I did what she did. I did what she did based on the time that she spent when she had the mic. That's cool. She didn't take 2 minutes. She took 45 seconds or less, right, to do the whole thing. Cool. But I've been there. So I had to still grind it out, work it out, still show up every single day, not being allowed to ask questions. And some of the same people in this area that was reposting and berating, reposting the journalists that were berating this woman, they were in the media room when I wasn't allowed to ask questions. And see, now
they part of the reason why you weren't allowed to ask questions. I'm gonna say it.
And they act like we don't know. And so I see you publicly treating this woman this way. And I know for a fact you treated me like this. You just told on yourself. You just told on yourself. You didn't have to say a word. You just told on yourself, reposting and retweeting everybody who was berating this lady. But then the same people who was berating this lady, now people got to pull receipts on them. And all the questions that they've asked in press conferences. Now look at you. Like they said, now people have to rate and grade your questions, and then you have to have the consumers of your content. That's where they forgot about. You forgot about the people who actually have to watch and pay in some instances for your content, and you gonna know better than them of what they want to see and what they want to hear and the type of character. I'm not saying you need to come in I'm not saying come in there with pom-poms. I'm not saying, but if that's her approach for 45 seconds or less, and you still got your question in, because guaranteed you will.
Your hardcore hidden questions, right?
Exactly.
Hardcore hidden question. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get your question in. She didn't take away from you. There's a multitude of times where I've had to sit back. Oh, and like Lake said, the mic don't come my way, or I didn't get my question in, or you ran out of time, whatever. Okay. All right. And we probably still wouldn't have said anything about this publicly. Herb, this is a blessing, right? You got to get both of us. Because
I appreciate it.
It's an
I got one.
Hard truth. Okay, Lake, I know you got one, because it's like, remember last year, we even, again, a moment of transparency. We had discussed Lake, I'll include Donna in this, and myself, because I brought it up. It was, and I'll be honest, it was like content creators like yourself, like, oh, well, why they this, is that, and the third. And I was complaining. I'll be for real. I was complaining, and then something in my spirit, because of my background. In Lake's point, some people might want to check my resume, like check it, like read it. Yes, I came through a non-traditional ranks, but please,
made you better for it.
My degree and my experience Okay, don't, you might just go ahead and scroll through my LinkedIn. Go ahead, go look. You might need to, because I had to say, and Lake helped me with this as well as Donna. I said, but you know what though? I think the content creators got a point. You have to you have to understand each stakeholder group, every stakeholder group, and the people that you serve. That's what you got to do in order to get people loving and liking your content. You can't just, and I'm not, again, I'm not saying coming up with pom-poms. You know, I'm not saying, yeah, go down. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying, compassion and kindness can be in sports journalism, and it shouldn't it shouldn't hurt anybody's feelings. If it's hurting somebody's feelings, you're mean. You're a mean-spirited person, and I don't know what happened to you or what's going on in your personal life, but you need to dig deep, because what that woman did it literally took 45 seconds out of everybody's day, and it was embarrassing. As a journalist, as a professional, it was so embarrassing. Now, like, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna stop.
No, it's just ooh. So you know how you watch something, like you watch a program or you listen to someone talk, and you walk out and say, man, that's 30 minutes or an hour of a movie I watched and I can't get that time back. That's how you know it's bad. For the last 2 weeks, everybody's been talking about what this lady said for not even a minute, because it was that powerful. Think about that. So if it was forgettable, we wouldn't even be talking about it.
Exactly. I mean,
but because it hit hard, you are talking about it. You know, so to me, again, I've seen my little sis, I've seen my aunt deal with some things that they did not need to deal with. Big time. Okay. Hell, I seen my better half in this house deal with some things that they should not be having to deal with. And I say this, I'm pro woman. Y'all know that. You know what I mean? I love my girls. I do. And for me, I will go out on a limb to stand up for them. I will. And then when I see this beautiful Black woman, older woman, being attacked because she was classy and kind, shame on you. If you're anybody out there feeling that way, shame on you, because that did not disrupt your life. Those 39 seconds did not disrupt your life. It didn't disrupt the press conference at all. If that's what she felt entitled, not entitled, but if that's what she felt emboldened to ask in her spirit, it's not that big a deal, y'all. It's just not. When I heard my boy Scott Van Pelt saying the same thing,
I was about to bring him up. It's not that
was
deep.
Beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
What did he say?
Oh, you got to watch that. He went off on people and said, first of all, he sat in press conferences and just heard the dumbest questions. But you should be allowed to ask dumb questions. And I'm proposing something. This is what I wanted to say. I've proposed this for years. You want to fix the problem with who's asking questions and how they're asking questions and what they're asking questions about in these press conferences, then why don't you let the coaches and players pick who they want to ask questions? I'm gonna tell you right now.
Man, look here.
I'm gonna tell you right now, because I've been told, Candy's been told by players, star players, coaches, you know, they cringe when they know certain people are going to ask them a question, because they know it's going to be a dumbass question. And I'm just calling it like it is.
No, okay? You see the look that Jayden has sometimes. He's like,
and Jayden, one of the ones that told Candy and me. I don't have a problem saying it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point. But see, that goes back to the fact that we fraternize. No, we don't. We do our job. And because we good people, guys gravitate to good people. Them guys in that locker room, I want your fan base and your audience to know this. Candy knows this. Them players know what's up. They know who's who, and they know what who's about.
Exactly.
And they talk amongst themselves. Okay. When we walk in there and guys come up to us and wish us Merry Christmas or Happy Thanksgiving, or hey, how you doing, man? You know, I didn't see you last week. Everything good? Or I love the shoes and stuff like that. we've earned that. We've
Mhm.
earned that because we're fair, we're unbiased.
Mhm.
Trust me, there's been times Candy and me have said, man, I don't know if I want to go in there because I had to go at dude the other day about the way he was
Mhm.
playing, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we still do our job, but
Mhm.
there's a tact. My mother used to call it couth. There's a couth and a tactfulness that you can approach people with. Some people have it, some people don't. The problem is the people who don't have it don't want the ones who do in the locker room space because they know they're done.
Yeah, this, like you're right. Like this topic has gone on, and now fans are aware of it because what they just did was show everybody how they treat people in real life. You just let your
Yeah.
own secret out. You
How
let
they
your
treat
Exactly.
their
own secret
colleagues.
out. You just showed how you treat your colleagues. That is ugly. That's ugly. You're ugly, and
Mhm.
it's not good.
It's
It's
not.
bad.
And
You just
even as
told
far as
everybody.
and even as looking at it like this, like you said earlier, Candy, that's family business. Look, if you really had an issue with, address me.
Come
I
to
got three
me.
I got three siblings, and if I have it, and I'm the oldest, if y'all have an issue with what I said, pull me to the side and say something. Don't come over there and just start mouthing over the mom and be like,
They'll
"Ma,
never
he,
do
I don't
that.
like," and I'm like, and I'm a look, and then his thing, I'm that type of person that will look you dead in the face and be like, "So what you got to say?" And I mean, because I'm gonna pull your card. I don't care if mom's standing right there. What's up? Like, hey, let's talk.
I've done that
And and,
before.
and it's just like, and I don't want to get too, because I mean, I feel like we this is the one that I love bringing you guys on for this. This is the main reason why I wanted y'all on, because I had to ask people like, hey, was it that serious? And then and then have you guys not only be able to go ahead and say it on the show, and I appreciate you guys so much for even doing that. But I just thought it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, because I hear a lot of people say, "Congratulations on the win. That was a great play what you did again." So here's my question right here, and it'd be the dumbest question, like, so how do you feel about winning the NFC Championship? How do you think I feel? I fought my whole entire life just to get here. Of course I'm excited. Like it's one
Or
of
the
the
walk
dumbest.
me through questions. The walk me through
Yeah,
questions to me, I can't stand them. I have no
yeah.
problem saying these things. It's like you just saw this team get bludgeoned in a game. Okay. What you saw them, you know, 8 straight they lost
Yep.
after the 8th game. So walk me through this losing streak. How's this locker room feeling right now?
You see
Is
me
that a
every single
question?
day. You see me every
Is
single day, and I'm pissed off at the fact that we lost and we put all this time and effort into this game. And of course, I'm pissed. What do you think?
I mean, that's like asking somebody in sub-freezing temperatures, walk me through how you feel right now. It's cold out here. I mean, like
Right.
that's when you hear certain questions,
Mm,
Candy and me, we talk about this all the time. You know who was prepared to ask a question and who wasn't.
exactly.
And then you understand who needed to hear themselves and who
Mm,
didn't.
okay.
Simple as that.
And I'm gonna keep on moving forward because we've been on this topic for a minute, and it's great content, by the way. But I wanted to go and talk about our sponsor real quick.
So let me fill you in on W. W is a powdered energy drink that replaces other inferior caffeine beverages. It contains zero maltodextrin, zero fillers, zero artificial colors or dyes, and is no proprietary blends. The star of the show is our caffeine fruit extract, which helps you focus with no jitters or no crashes. Can't even front, man. This is a pretty tasty beverage. I recommend that you go online to w.com to go ahead and get your own shaker bottle, your own Japanese energy blend that they have on here. This one, Japanese yuzu, like I said before. You can go on and get different type of flavors that they have on there and go ahead and order yours. And here's the thing, when you go on there, go ahead and type in the promo code ODBHTTC for 10% off on all your products.
Be sure to get the dub with W.
This
Go on
man
the
starring in
website.
his own
Hey, man,
commercials,
look,
Candy.
man,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
gotta I make this money out here, man. I'm trying to be like y'all. But no, but before we get into the next topic, and by the way, that was great insight on what we were talking about with the last topic. So, but getting into the next topic, I want to talk about the fact that we just hired David Blough and DJ Williams as our new offense coordinator and quarterbacks coach. And with David Blough, he's 30 years old. He was just the assistant QB coach, then ran up to quarterbacks coach to OC within a 3-month period. And I thought it was like that's a hell of a rise to go go from one position to the next. And then also DJ Williams, son of Doug Williams, the great Doug Williams, put some respect on his name. He got the position as the quarterbacks coach. And a lot of people feel like, oh, that's a nepotism move or anything like that. Where I'm looking at it like, y'all did see what happened in Atlanta earlier this year when Penix was in, and then when Cousins got in. So, I mean, I think he knows what he's doing, not to mention his dad's a Super Bowl winning quarterback who actually did a damn good, had a damn good run when he was here, and a damn good one in Tampa. And not to mention, he came in fourth in the Heisman race. So I think he knows what he's doing when it comes to quarterback play. I want to get y'all thoughts on these two hires real quick.
Can I say this real quick, and then I'll let Candy start it. But Candy was on this with David for 2 years running, easily 2 years running. She said, "Look, Jaden loves some David. David loves some Jaden. All the quarterbacks love David. But more importantly, she said." We knew Cliff's time was coming, you know. We knew. Not just I'm talking about on a negative, nothing like that. I just mean we knew Cliff wasn't going to be in Washington as their coordinator, you know, after year 2 or 3, because most of us assumed that they may be in the Super Bowl this year or competing for one, which means that he's going to get the look. Well, he's part of that coaching cycle right now, so you knew it was coming. But she said David Blough's the guy. She said he might be the guy that you know, might take that next step to being this team's coordinator, and bam, there you go. So you go ahead and run with that, Candy.
I appreciate you acknowledging me, big bro. Yes, I have been on this because, to your point, right? Nobody knew that 5-12 was coming for this team. So yes, Cliff is not here anymore, but we all thought it was going to happen for a different reason. And as well as Tavita, we thought, you know, Tavita would end up getting a job somewhere else. He had been here a while. A lot of people don't realize how long Tavita Pritchard had been with the Commanders, and so I just would watch it. I would see it, and then last year when I think he was the only coach on staff, yes, that was blocked from doing the interview. And I said, "Oh,
Jacksonville, last year they tried to pick him up."
Yep, I said they know exactly what you everything. It tells you everything you need to know. Y'all know I do a segment on my show called "Use Your Clues," and I held on to that clue forever. I was like, I'm not letting this go because I seriously think. And then watching, like Lake was saying at practice, how Jaden is competitive. And so for what I could gather, like watching them play pig and just in general, the only other coach in the quarterback's room that was just as competitive as Jaden was David Blough.
Jaden
ain't gonna let it go, and neither is Coach Blough. I'm like, somebody.
And Coach Blough does not blow sunshine up your tail either. Like he's a guy that who will let you know when things need to be better. So they didn't do a favor for this guy. He's earned that. And this franchise has been burned by letting some really young guns get out the building. So
that's an understatement, by the way.
I mean, across the board. So I thought it was a brilliant hire. I did. I loved it. It made so much sense to what Candy had been saying for the last 2 years. It makes perfect sense. And, you know, for everyone saying, oh, Mike McDaniel was out there. You weren't guaranteed to get him, first of all, because he might be a coach somewhere still. So when you see Detroit a team with that kind of talent on offense making that
Man.
call for him for David, yeah, man, it's you got to make a choice. And I think they made a good choice. I really do.
So
Yeah,
what
great.
you guys think about DJ getting picked up?
Same thing. I wanted to thank you for asking that because the nepotism comment.
Mm.
Really.
So, like, say it is. Okay, so
That's the
what?
NFL. Come
That's the
on.
NFL.
Exactly.
That's most big businesses. If you have somebody that is capable for being in that role,
Hmm.
that's what
Now,
most businesses are. So, yeah, okay, and right. That's how I was.
I'll even go as far as this, and I mean, I'm not gonna say where I work for, but I'm a nepo baby. So what? I mean,
I know
is the
your
person doing?
pops.
Yeah, my thing is this: is he doing a good job? Because I saw what happened with Michael Penix. Because the only good game that I've seen from him this year was against us. So I mean, and then when Kirk Cousins came in, you would have thought that they actually had a shot to make the playoffs this year. So I mean, and what he's done with David Carr in New Orleans as well, that's something also that I'm looking at. I'm like, look, so come on, like, and as much as people, I mean, I done seen McVay, Nepo hire. Who else?
Kyle
Shanahan's
Shanahan.
Nepo, Kyle Shanahan, Nepo baby. So does he produce? Does he or she produce on the field or off the field or in their position? If they do, cool. If they don't, shut the hell up.
And
I
another,
mean,
yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
no, that's all I gotta say.
No, no, no. And people forget that the entire Colts ownership now.
Nepo babies.
When he said he or she, I'm like, yeah, all the Colts, those are nepo babies, but they know what to do.
Exactly.
It's like it reminded me a lot when I was hearing this about Doug's son. Just the fact that it reminded me of Bronny a little bit. When people were like, "Oh,
Mm.
Bronny James only in the NBA because his father's LeBron James," and
And
I mean,
I-
he still come to your local rec league and drop 40 on you, and I'm talking about Bronny. Yeah, that
yeah.
Bronny. So my thing is, there's qualifications. It's just that when you have a parent that's significant in their field, it speeds up your process. You were going to get there with your hard work regardless.
Mm.
But having successful, parents that can help you, that's what it's about. I mean, I hope I can help my daughter get somewhere. I mean, that's just the way it is, man. And let's the elephant in the room. Come on, man. You only hear the nepo come up when it's us.
They
And I
not
hate
like
to
us.
say
They
that,
not
but
like us.
I hate to say it, but I don't know, man. Even with Sean, man, we knew how bright Sean was when he was here. You knew this guy was on his way. Nobody
Hmm.
thought about, the McVay family in Tampa and all San Francisco. I mean, nobody thought about that stuff. I remember
Hmm.
Darrell Young told me about Sean McVay. He said, who might be the brightest coach we got in here, who's on his way? He said, Sean McVay. He said he's gonna be a hell of a coach. Darrell Young
Exactly.
said that.
Hmm.
Um, McDaniel, all of these guys, LaFleur, all of them was here. So you knew that people were going to be on their way, but all of them have a connection to the
Hmm.
league. So come on, man, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, what do people want? You want somebody with the experience that knows it from birth, or you just want somebody? It's like, look, like, what's the issue? Also, we're like, with Coach Brown, I was sitting up here when I saw that Dan Campbell, when the Lions wanted to interview him for his OC for their OC role, I'm like,
Nah,
well,
bro. I'm gonna take that away from you, brother.
I was like, well, wait, why
Somebody
is
see something.
somebody see something? And we all know how Dan Campbell, even during the season, right, took over the OC responsibilities the week
Hmm.
they were playing the Commanders. Then
Yep.
they ended up firing that OC. But it's like, if Dan Campbell would interview Coach Blough, isn't that your sign that you need to keep him? Like, I mean, what's wrong? Because I
Hey,
was
isn't that
just
how Kevin O'Connell got the same exact start that way? He was backing up Brady up there. So no, he wasn't getting on the field, but when you behind the goat and you're picking up all this knowledge, man, Kevin O'Connell might be the brightest mind in football offensively. And guess what?
Yeah.
David was with him.
Yeah,
So
I mean, and we've been saying this. We were saying this all throughout the season because the season wasn't going so hot. We were like, who is the next bright mind? Like the league is evolving so much on offense
So
and
fast as well.
defense. It's just like every game you're seeing. I don't know about y'all, but last wild card weekend, I was like, yo, this football is phenomenal. Who are these people?
oh no, that's the best wild card
It's-
weekend I've ever seen.
Ever
I have to
seen?
say, the only thing that was a disappointment is just, hey, Pittsburgh, you could have did at least put up a fight. I mean, at some point. That's
I knew
other
that
than
was
that.
coming.
Other than that, I mean, I thought
knew
it was.
that coming.
It had to be. It's at that point. I mean, obviously we got this weekend and next weekend,
Mhm.
but it was rivaling the 2003 playoffs. Because I remember that playoff run where it was the longest playoff game ever between the Rams and the Panthers, and that and seeing Steve Smith go 70 yards downfield on the very last play. I remember the whole entire the playoff run throughout that process. It was so much fun to watch. I'm glad that we actually had. It was between what one or two score game that was locked in, and I was looking forward to it. But moving on to the next part right here because I got to get ready to go soon. So we're gonna do a rapid fire on this one real quick. So the defensive coordinator search is still going on. I just wanted to bring up three. I wanted to ask you guys each. Who is your favorite to be considered as the defensive coordinator? And it's looking like these three between Brian Flores, Carl Scott, and John Gannon, who both Scott and Flores just got interviewed on Wednesday. Gannon got interviewed yesterday, and from what reports are saying that they should be having a pick this weekend as far as who should be the defensive coordinator. And I wanted to ask, who would you choose as the defensive coordinator?
I kind of think Candy and me might be on the same page on this one.
What you think? What you think?
If they can get Brian Flores in that room,
If
that's
they
a
can,
no-brainer.
That's
I don't
a
think they can.
no-brainer.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can
I don't
get
think
him.
they can get him. I don't think they can
Nope.
get him. I mean,
Nah, I think he's going to be a coach maybe somewhere.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
still in that cycle.
yeah, I think he's either staying ahead or not staying a defensive coordinator with the Vikings because Kevin O'Connell does not want to lose him at all.
Yep.
And or he's getting a head coach job. He should get a head coach nod.
No doubt, no doubt.
But perfect world is Brian Flores. I'm still not convinced. Like, have they interviewed everybody that they want? Are these people still playing?
I think there's more out there.
Are they still playing? Are they still in season technically? Based on what where
because I do know that I do know that there's somebody from Houston that they might interview. So
look, you need to interview the
I'm waiting.
Do your due diligence.
Yes.
DQ, AP, due diligence. But no, just because my thoughts were I want to get, obviously Flores is the option. My question is, I think that he even going to get the pickup because of the whole entire lawsuit that he has with the NFL. But that's besides the point. That we can have that for another conversation.
But I think it's important, real quick, Herb.
Yeah, go ahead.
You've always been talking about Al Harris. The Bears are still in it. So you've always talked about Al Harris and staff from the Bears. So I do want to acknowledge you, big bro, in case that happens.
Appreciate it.
So in fairness to Al, the only reason I could see him not getting it is because I think Dan wants to have, and Candy, how coach the way we do. I think Coach want somebody that has experience because you just went through Joe Witt not having experience calling plays. So I think that's the route they're going to go. So if they can get Flores, I just don't see, I agree with Candy. I don't see you making the lateral move to go from Minnesota to Washington. No, I think his thought process is unless there's a contingency plan, or unless there's a contingency plan in place too, that you could be the next coach. I mean, I don't think they'll do that. I just feel like there's more guys out there that they still can take a look at. You got to shake the tree with all the apples off of it for this defense.
Especially Houston. Like, I feel like if you don't have a conversation with somebody from Houston, you're not doing your due diligence.
Houston and Seattle.
Or
Mhm.
New England.
or New England, or New
Yeah.
England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go ahead, and this is the last topic of the day. And whew, man, I gotta ask y'all about these renderings right here, man, because
Let me
I'm
know.
sitting up here like, man, I've been waiting for this for the longest time, and I had to ask, like, what's y'all's thoughts on this on these renderings that just came out with the new stadium? Because oh my God, I think I've done pretty good as far as how my language on here with you guys. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it looks so beautiful. This is my this is what our stadium gonna look like. And I mean, it just looking at the whole entire look, the look of it, just having as far as like at nighttime, I could just imagine how this is gonna look on Sunday Night Football. You hearing what's her name singing? Wait, no, that is for Sunday night, and hearing her,
Carrie
and then
Underwood.
I'm like, they took on the zoom in, dun, 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 and they like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. This is my stadium. This is my. We're back home in DC, and to have this, it
Looks
looks
like a
so
modern
DC.
RFK. And it looks like a
Not on,
modern RFK.
yeah. And I mean, and it's just like, man, this is so beautiful the way that they have it set up because it's just like it looks like the monument almost. You can see the whole entire look of how it looks on the sides and everything with how that's set up. And then the one thing that sold me was how it looks right here, where you're coming on in from the north side and seeing the monument in the background, seeing the Capitol in the background, and just the
That's
modern
how
picture of
RFK
it looks
was.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And what it's gonna do for the city. I mean, I haven't heard something on Pac McAfee saying that they were gonna clean up the river to see if they. I mean, because obviously you got to if you're trying to bring a Super Bowl here. You can't have no poop water out there. And I'm
No
not saying we going
bodies.
out there swimming out in the. I'm not saying that we going out there swimming in the Anacostia, but I mean at the same time it's just like we do got to clean this up before 2030. So I mean, but I wanted to get you guys' take on how this beautiful structure looks. So Candy, you want to go first?
Yeah, so the architects that are doing the new RFK,
Mhm.
they've done the Dallas Cowboys Stadium,
Yep,
SoFi,
and the
and the
Vikings as
Vikings
well.
Stadium. And I mean, so from like I'm not, like I'm not a fan of SoFi, but that's different. That's for different
I'm
reasons.
not at all.
I'm not a fan of SoFi. It's pretty, it's nice,
Oh
but
no, no, you gotta say it. So now you gotta say it here. Why you ain't a fan of it?
it's complicated. It's
Come on,
complicated
Candy. Just
place.
just just say
Talk
just
that
say
talk.
just
Talk
say
that
what we
talk.
said when we was out there. Because we did the tour this year. Our travel schedule this year was all the like newer
Right.
stadiums.
Yeah.
And Candy has her classic saying, when I say mine is what, Candy, if I don't like something,
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed. And you know what hers is? This is
Wait,
whack.
this is whack.
And we both said it. It's a nice stadium, don't get me wrong, but it
Mhm,
was kind of quirky as far as getting around in there and doing
mhm,
stuff. And then as far as where they put, media out in the parking lot, we could have
It
taken
was,
an Uber to our car. That's how
we went
far
there
away
last
it
wow,
was.
night.
Dead
Now,
wow.
serious.
yeah, now
So
we
you
went
say basically
right
how Morgan Boulevard is going to the stadium, like that far of a walk?
It
It's
might be
not that
further.
far.
No,
Because that's about
Garrett Morgan Boulevard
that's
Oh,
to
a
it
to
is
where?
probably
mile
that far.
to
It
the
Oh
probably
stadium.
is.
yeah,
Go
I'm talking
from
Central Avenue
Yeah, it
to
is
the
that far.
stadium.
You're right.
mm,
That's how
Yeah.
far it is.
Now,
wow.
Ryan Mitchell loves SoFi. I mean, it's pretty.
He
It's
does
nice.
love
It's
it.
for entertainment. It's pretty.
Mm,
But US Bank, where the Vikings play,
mhm,
that's nice. So I'm like, okay, this is beautiful, but I feel like the bank, that one, I'm like, okay, this one might have got me a little bit. I like
mhm.
this stadium, and it's in
With
two.
Atlanta's press box setup, by the way, Candy.
Yeah,
Mercedes-Benz Stadium press
Oh
box
yeah.
setup is the
absolutely.
best.
It's the best. It's
The
the best.
best.
Facts on
Yep.
facts on top of facts. And the way that the lights are, it looks like natural light. It's very, very nice. But
Mhm,
but I'm hoping. this is beautiful. It is, and it's a
mhm.
new RFK. But I'm, sharing those architects because you all are going. It's going to be pretty. If
Oh
it
yeah.
that house is going to be beautiful.
Oh
But I
yeah.
hope some of the other bells and whistles that they've been talking about, like where it's
Mhm.
going to feel in outdoors, but it's
Yep.
indoors and all that kind
Yep.
of stuff, which they told us about. Remember, like they had told us about some of that stuff.
They did. They
Um,
did.
it'll be nice. It'll be nice. It's going to be. Hopefully the team can get better because it'll be a fun if they are. It'll
Mhm.
be a fun pathway to leading up to 2030 of this
Yeah.
build.
And can you
Yeah.
imagine hosting the Super Bowl and that team is in that Super Bowl?
Oh my God.
I mean, it would
I,
be, it would be. Yeah, I'm gonna
I,
throw that out there
Whatever
and
it
think
is.
on that, chew
I,
on that.
I'm just never mind the fact that they can host one and actually be in one. Like I cried last year when we went to the NFC Championship.
Oh, I
I'm a
remember
gra- I was
because
I
you
was
don't remember those days. I'm old
I,
enough to remember, you know.
I was 6 years I was 6 years old when they won the Super Bowl. I'm 40. I don't even remember what I had for dinner last night. So let alone just being able to see like, oh my God, we went to the NFC Championship. Now we got boat raced in it, but I mean the fact that I actually was able to see my team get in there, it was wonderful. But I mean, one thing I joked about when I saw Rio's show yesterday talking about this, I was like, I'm looking forward to the tours. Cause I'll be like, Miss Loretta, I'm ready for the rest of the tour.
Well,
But
that's
no,
something that they do in all the newer stadiums. They make
yeah,
money off those things, you know.
Yeah.
man,
So
take my money. Take my money. Because
you
I'm
know,
going.
you know what would be awesome? It doesn't fit the theme of DC in any way, shape,
Mm,
or form. But one of the things that I was most impressed with all the stadiums we were at this year, Candy, was in Minnesota, they have this snow that
oh
drops
yeah, yeah.
in the
I saw that.
stadium
Yeah,
every now
yeah.
and then. It was like first
It
of
was
all, we
like
had our food,
the
but we
Suns.
had our
Yeah.
food laid out where we were sitting. I was like, I hope this stuff
Uh,
don't fall on my food. But
uh,
it was dope. I mean,
It
it
was
was something that I had never
mm,
seen before, and it fit them because
yes.
it happens at certain times in the game, and that horn, which we heard a lot of that day, by
yeah,
the way.
yeah. My
Which is
dad
a
went.
whole
My
nother
dad went
story.
to that game, and he was
Oh, did
because
he?
yeah,
Mm,
and his thing, he was like, "Look here,
Mhm.
the stadium's beautiful. I'm
beautiful.
never coming to Minnesota because it's just cold and who wants
Oh,
to move out?" He's like,
it
"Who
was
wants to?
beyond
Why?"
cold.
He was like, "Why?" I get the people who grew up here, but you're a transplant. Why would you want to come here? Are you
Nah,
working at the
man.
are you working at the Prince Museum or are you working for the team? Like that's the only other thing that I can think of to come out
Let's
to
not get us
Minnesota.
started about let's not get us started about the Prince house because I had to you see the video. I had to beg Candy to get out the
We
truck.
got
She was like, "This ain't no Prince." She said, "This ain't the house where they filmed this."
I remember seeing that. I was cracking up. I was like,
Oh
wow.
my gosh,
But
that
no,
was
like it's like man, just going to because I went to Atlanta this year to see the stadium and I thought it was hand down the best one that I've been to. Obviously, I haven't been to
I
Atlanta was
SoFi
love
or
Atlanta. Love it.
I love Atlanta. That was
No,
my
I'm
first
saying,
time like going, but I mean Atlanta because I mean you had the College Football Hall of Fame, Coca Cola, what's the name? What's the name? Phillips Arena right there, right across the street. We're not gonna say what was across the street, but if you know, you
did you
know.
get some
Yeah,
wings?
look, they was asking for $100 just to get in. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
You didn't get
I,
the
I,
lemon pepper
I, I,
wings?
I went to Waffle House. I went to Waffle House because I ain't never been to Waffle House before. So I went to Track Museum. So Atlanta is I could move to Atlanta, but just the stadium looked tremendous.
It
It
was
looked
great,
beautiful,
man.
and I
Great.
and I and I hope that because it was said that the ownership group was supposed to be going out to look at different stadiums and even going when you guys went to Spain,
Yeah, that was a
Madrid,
nice
and
stadium too.
seeing as far as like, hey, we're gonna make sure that we can take every single thing away from like copy and paste some of these things. And the one thing that I heard this morning, and shout out to Street Scores, Rico, for saying this. They apparently they're trying to make this the loudest stadium in the league, and I'm like, oh, so you're trying to rival Seattle? Okay, like
Well,
if this is
I kind of was told they be piping noise up in Seattle.
if they do, I mean, hey, if you got some jumping off sides, I'm all for it. So,
Right.
but no,
That's
but no, but yeah, I thoroughly can't wait till 2030 gets here. I mean, let alone next, not this year, but next year when we host the draft. So I'm definitely gonna be out there. But
Yes, sir.
but yes, it's just like it looks amazing, and I can't wait to see what the inside is gonna look like because you definitely got our attention. We didn't make the playoffs, but you got our attention for the next couple of weeks, and I think that you should set up the next rendering probably around right before the draft to see like, hey, what's the inside gonna look like? Because that'd probably be the best time to drop it. What do you guys think?
Well, the good thing is if you look at the front of it, that with that, the glass window in the front,
Mm.
I would liken to think that that's also going to be an area where they can slide the field out, which
Mm.
means although you're going to have a covered translucent, dome, so to speak, it kind of leads me to believe they're going to have natural grass in there, which will be similar to like, Allegiant Stadium with the Raiders. And,
Mm.
so that maybe that's what that area outside of the look of it, maybe it also has an opportunity for them to be able to slide in, a field or even slide in wood if they're going to have a concert or something like that.
Well, here's a question I wanted to ask you because I saw how Madrid has their stadium with their grass. You think they won't do anything like how they have like the
Boy,
structures
that's a
underneath to
lot of money.
I mean, hey, if I'm putting
That
in
flips.
$4 billion on that
Yeah,
they have like
it
they bring it
flips.
down and yeah. Not on. I thought they was like putting one on top of another on top of another like that.
Yeah, but it literally turns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and nah, I ain't doing all that.
Mm.
Well, you
Mhm.
have
I
to
mean,
have a huge stadium in order to
mm,
do certain things. And this stadium, as beautiful as it is, it's gonna be it's gonna remind you size wise of say like Pittsburgh or
mm,
Baltimore, which I think are the perfect stadiums because they're not too big. Remember, the
yeah,
bigger the stadium, the more you allow for other teams' fans to come in as well. But when you
yeah,
have more of a quaint thing, you're going to have more of your own in there, which is what this town needs at this point. They need a real home field advantage.
exactly. Because I heard they was doing was it 65,000 seats in the stadium. So I mean, that's something to.
Yeah, I
And they
think it'll
said
be like
it could
sixty-five,
it
seventy.
could 70. They said they could fit 70 in there, but
Mm-hmm.
seats wise, you're gonna have like 65,000. Because I mean, of course, I've been one of the me and my brother went to see the game where they had the standing room section. So I'm pretty sure, and just looking at how this one is, it's looking like it has like different rows, and I may be wrong on it, like where the way you in between the W, you can see like lines and everything. So I'm assuming that's probably gonna be like different floors. And you can go in there and then just watch from the floor area. I guess that'd be like your
Maybe.
standing
Yeah.
room only. So I mean that's just something to think about. But no, I mean I
Cowboy Stadium has that, right? That's like
yeah,
AT&T.
the Cowboy Stadium and let's hope and hey guys, make sure you put the sun on the outside so this doesn't blind any of the players because obviously Jerry
You
Jones
mean
doesn't
have
want to get it. He doesn't want to buy curtains because he
Yeah,
just feels like
I think
everything's
the
perfect.
bank, U.S. Bank, figured out how to do that with the
they
sun.
Mhm.
did. They
They
did.
Yeah,
figured out how to do that, so
Yep.
it's going. That's for sure. They're not so good with AT&T, so I don't know what they learned before they did U.S. Bank or which one, but they figured it out in Minnesota for sure.
They did.
mm.
Yep. Yep. It's the type of
Well,
And
glass that's up
SoFi
there.
too, right? They
Yeah,
figured that out.
SoFi has it
uh,
too.
Yep.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a harsh sun. It's just natural light.
This is natural light.
Um, yeah, just
mm,
natural light, but no like harsh shadows. Like, in Dallas, you do see that harsh light come through there.
Mhm.
mm.
But no, this looks really incredible. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I definitely am too. But guys, it's been a pleasure and an honor having you guys on. I really appreciate you guys coming in, giving me your insight on what happened to Miss Lynn, what's going on with the coaching, hiring, and the search and the stadium. So, guys, before we go any further, can you guys fill everybody in where they could find you? See?
So you can find me on X at Seaball SE. Make sure you're subscribed to Bowie TV on YouTube. If you're in Prince George's County, Maryland, and you haven't cut your cable, you can find Bowie TV on Comcast, channels 190 and 1097. And you can just, Bowie TV or Bowie TV Sports on all platforms. And then myself, Candi Waller, you can find me, like I always say, in the words of Coach Prime, I ain't hard to find. So Google me, you can find me everywhere.
I like that. That's what I'm gonna just start telling people. Just Google me, because Candy, myself, we got our hands in a lot of stuff, But yeah, just social media. You can check me out, Lake Lewis Jr. It's pretty much on all platforms. Got an announcement to make this coming, and I'm excited about it. It's finally there. So yeah, you'll be able to, see the show and listen to the show on the ESPN radio, stuff like that. So yeah, excited about it. And, so you just got to keep watching and looking and you'll see what's going on. So yeah.
Oh, man, moving on up like the Jeffersons, man. I love it. I love it. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming through. Be sure to hit that like, comment in the comment section. Tell me what your thoughts on every single topic that's been going on throughout the show. Be sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next on Off the Bench. And like I always say, guys, help us grow so we can do more. Whew. Guys, it's been a pleasure having you on. And as always, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.